Hello! That's a ceiling. It's been about 4 weeks, I think, since I did my last video. Sorry about that. I started sixth form, and you know the amount of work they say that you get in your A-levels? They lie, it's more. I also started a band last week, which was cool. Punk band, currently called Wired Junkies, although that might change. And in this I've got my oldest friend Dan, who I've been since I was about 1, and Kim, who I went to MCM with. She seems to crop up a lot. Yeah, that was fun. But today I thought I'd do the Nerimon Internet Survey, because why not? Most people do this by themselves, but I have a beautiful assistant, and so... Sorry.
Get off. Man.
What's your biggest fear? I think my biggest physical fear is probably clowns, because they're so creepily clownish.
That was very dangerous. Don't do that, kids.
Or being murdered by my best friend, that's a big fear as well. Or heights. But then, like, as a deep central fear, I'm afraid of never getting out of this place. I've never been anywhere, and I don't want to be stuck here for the rest of my life.
As a kid, I was scared of snakes, but like, they said face your fear, so I just watched a bunch of like snakes was playing Anaconda.
Did it help?
No, not at all. I'm even scared to look at scars now. Being alone, that's why I surround myself with friends, or by friends. I bought you. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
How did you find out Santa wasn't real? I was never told. I still sort of have to believe in it for my sister because she still believes. Willow, I'm so sorry if you're watching this. It's not true.
You're a douchey brother.
I'm a horrible brother.
We don't have Santa from where I come from.
Upperhampton.
Yeah. Why would you want an old man to come down your chimney and give you stuff?
It is actually a really creepy concept. Like your parents always don't take sweets from strangers. Yet if it's a stranger that is in a red suit, then it's fine.
It's like a really bad advert. It's just like it's always like an old dude in a bush, but like now it's just suddenly if he comes down your chimney, it's just like, well done, you came down my chimney. I should accept a gift from you.
I've never realized how creepy Santa is before.
Yeah. Ho ho ho.
What's the best idea you've ever had? The worst idea I've ever had was probably doing graphics GCSE. It was a lot of fun, but work, so much work. I am too young. I am too young. I like being upset. I am too young to have had my best idea yet.
I made a Lego brick box graphics. That's probably the best thing.
Yeah, but that wasn't even really your idea. That was my idea.
Actually, you guys mentioned.
And then we drew the design, and then you developed it.
You didn't have copyright.
No,
That's
I didn't.
my idea.
And
go watch The Social Network. You know what I'm on about.
What's the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done? I'm quite lucky because my mum is quite nice in respects to being embarrassing. She generally does it just in the house and to my friends, but that's not that bad. But my dad is a nightmare. Like whenever we go out for a meal, he will sit there and he'll eat and he'll enjoy it, and then when the waiter or waitress comes over at the end, they're usually quite young, he'll stare at them and go, "It was horrible."
Why?
We have to try and tape him down or something all the time.
My mum has had various embarrassing moments, but I guess one that sticks in my head is that she thought Ewan McGregor voiced Shrek instead of Mike Myers, which sort of shows her lack of accent skill. And also, she shows off my baby pictures to anyone who like steps into the house. Like we had a Jehovah's Witness, he like knows what they're like as a kid people. That's how bad she is.
It's like drags him in by the collar. I'll never come back, honest!
If you were only allowed to pick one career for the rest of your life, what would it be? We're so not reading off this.
No, not at all. There's not a sheet of paper or anything.
Which I folded really badly. Just cut off.
We can't even read the bottom half of that question. I think I would pick being in my band and just travelling and doing stuff, because that's just brilliant. I mean, seriously, yeah. Being in a band, because I could do that stuff.
Career? I don't know. Being a pirate sounds awesome. You know, you get to wear the funky clothes. But actual dream career, because I'm actually quite mature.
Really?
No, I'm not.
Have you seen his T-shirt? It's awesome. But it's Darth Vader done like as if he's Japanese. I don't know if they can see your T-shirt.
I've got Darth Vader on my chest, people. What do you have? I also have hair on my chest, so. Second that. Actual career, I would love to be a director, so I could just direct my own movies and Shout out to awesome movie stars and make them cry.
You want to be a director so you can direct things. That kind of makes sense.
So I just like shout at Hugh Jackman like, "You're not Wolverine enough," and then he'd cry, and then I'd get Christian Bale and make him cry. I'm joking. I love these guys. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I love Hugh Jackman.
This explains the facial hair, people. Thanks for watching. You know, the usual stuff. I haven't said get me everywhere in a while, so get me everywhere. Put that thing back where it came from. Also help me, so help me. Dun 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 dun. You're an A-level for God's sake!